What is inflation and how it steals your money without you noticing? Reading a price tag, subtle sigh, soft, natural light. Have you ever felt like your money just doesn't go as far as it used to? Like before, $100 would fill your grocery cart, and now it barely buys half a cart. That's no accident. That's inflation. And even if you don't see it, it's working every day. But not for you. First, let's understand something simple. Inflation is when prices generally go up over time. That means something that costs $10 today might cost $12, $15, or even more in a few years. The problem isn't that prices go up. The problem is that your money loses its buying power. In other words, your money buys fewer things as time goes on. And that's like a silent tax. A tax that nobody charges you directly, but that we all pay. Imagine you stash $10,000 under your mattress for 10 years. It's still $10,000, right? Yes, but it's not worth the same anymore. If the average inflation is 3% per year, in 10 years your money will have lost almost 30% of its real power. That means those $10,000 now buy what $7,000 used to buy.
You didn't do anything wrong, you didn't overspend, you just left the money sitting there, and inflation did the rest.
Now think about this. When you hear that the central bank prints money, or increases the amount of money in circulation, that dilutes the value of existing money. It's like there are more bills chasing the same amount of products. More money, same goods. Result, higher prices. And here's something important. If your money isn't growing at least as fast as inflation, you're losing money, even if the number in your account doesn't change. That's what most people don't get. They think saving is enough. But saving without investing is slowly falling behind. Let's look at a practical example. Let's say inflation is 5% this year. If you have $50,000 in the bank, earning 0% interest, you're actually losing $2,500 in buying power. You don't see it disappear, but it does. It's an invisible theft, and this affects everything. Your salary, your savings, your retirement. If your income doesn't grow at the same rate as inflation, your standard of living slowly drops. It's like a downward escalator. If you don't actively climb, you go backward. Now, what can you do? First, understand that cash isn't an investment. It's liquidity. It's short-term safety. But in the long run, cash loses value. That's why there are assets that have historically protected against inflation. Stocks, real estate, businesses, some commodities. Even Bitcoin in certain situations has been seen as a protection against monetary expansion. The key isn't to run from money, it's to make your money work for you. Inflation isn't new. It's been around for decades, but the problem is, no one taught us how it really works. They taught us to save. They taught us to work. But they didn't teach us that if we don't invest, the system slowly takes away our power. Without a sound, without a fuss, without you even noticing. And here's an important question. If inflation reduces the value of your money every year, what are you doing to protect it? Because it's not just about earning more. It's about keeping what you earn. Many people work hard for years, but they leave their money sitting still. And time, along with inflation, slowly eats it away. Financial education changes that. When you understand how money works, you stop being a victim. You start making strategic decisions. You don't react out of fear. You don't hide everything under the mattress. You think about real growth, about returns that beat inflation, about productive assets. Remember this, if inflation is 4% and your money grows at 2%, you're losing. But if your money grows at 8%, you're gaining power. The difference is education. The difference is strategy. The difference is mindset. Inflation is silent, but it's not unbeatable. The real danger isn't inflation, it's ignoring it. If this video helped you understand how inflation affects your daily life, please share it. Here at Coins of Wall Street, we don't just talk about markets. We talk about how to protect your future. Because earning money is important, but keeping its value, that's power. See you in the next video.